we started back in '99, and through EMI we released our first album, which was called In the Meantime, and we had 5 or 6 singles off that album. I remember getting a call from the record company to say that Indigo Girl, which was a big hit for us off that album, had been picked up in Germany by a German DJ. The song spread all over Germany and subsequently moved further into Austria and Switzerland and all the European territories. And it was almost like a pack your bags, you got to get to Europe to start a promo trip, to do interviews, and it was just so sudden for us. We put out the third album in 2005, which is called Mosaic, and we actually recorded here. We recorded with JB after.
I've always loved Craig's songs. They're straight ahead, they're easy to get into, and so for me it was an opportunity to help them to communicate those songs to the best of their abilities.
We were lucky enough to crack 2 really big songs off that record. One of them was called Close My Eyes and the other one was called Letters.
Supposing that I write it in a note tonight, supposing that you find it.
And Letters for Watershed was almost sort of the quintessential Watershed sound. And that was fantastic. That was a platinum selling record, and the band just kept climbing.
It went on to win a SAMA Award for Best Pop Album, and you can't ask for better than that, you know?
And then 2010 came along, and we at that point we'd had 20 radio singles over 10 years, so we released the 20 hits in 10 years album, and that was really cool. Watershed's always touring and we're always traveling, and what we pick up from our fans and audiences is that we need something new from you guys.
The first single that we're busy recording today is called Don't Give Up, and it's quite digital in a sense. It's got a lot of loops and a lot of electronic stuff going on.
The first single is very classic Watershed pop rock. Nice, interesting sounds, strings, and a rhythm section that just lays it down nice and hard and grooving with the big sounds.
We have sort of ventured away from the older sound, but the nice thing about Craig's voice is that it will always bring the song right back to Watershed, which is a great thing. He's got that definitive voice.
You prefer that?
Yeah, purely just because I think with the extra bit, the extra part,
Okay.
I think my brain starts to fry.
I play guitar. We're just going for a nice fresh sound, but it sounds classic Watershed, but it's also a nice new sound.
I think this particular song couldn't have been a better choice for the first single for the album.
It's sort of both sad and it really uplifting at the same time. It's a nice commercial song, but I think there's also like a bit of a message there.
We're creating a bit of a choir effect with the members of the band as well, so we all are part of it, as well as the gospel singers. I think because we haven't had something new for a good couple of years, we're feeling super fresh, you know. This is almost like a new beginning for us. So we amped for a big album. We're ready to get traveling, to get touring and finding new people. For us, it's important to think cleverly about a single like this, how we want to position it, where we want to release it. Obviously, radio being #1 still, you've got to get songs on radio. That's where most people are hearing them for the first time, and then they're going to go back and find it somewhere. We're putting some great songs together, so we are looking forward to a good one towards the end of this year.